So in today's video we are back with something actually pretty different for once. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about, does sim racing wheels actually make a difference in racing? So what I mean by that, does a £2,000 sim racing rig actually make a difference to a £250 sim racing rig? In today's video we're going to be doing kind of like a comparing video, but we're going to be giving you the rundown of the specs and what actual differences there are in these rigs. So as you can see kind of behind me, there is the Moza wheel just right in the corner right there, and obviously the wheel is behind it. So I'm going to be giving you guys a rundown of these wheels and just the overall review on them. So if you're new to the channel, do not forget to like and subscribe and turn those notifications on so you don't miss a video. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So I'm gonna just start off with the cheapest one, you know what I mean, and then we're going to the most expensive one. Yeah, the Logitech G923. So yeah, this thing right here you can probably pick up around 200 to 250 if you want to get it new, and obviously if you want to get a used one you can probably pick them up for around £189. This comes with the pedal set, and also you can opt for the shifter for an extra like £49 from new. But yeah, this is actually super fun, and I've used most of my videos on this wheel. So yeah, this is the upgraded one. This is the G923. The one I had before that was actually the G920. There's only kind of small things that are different in terms of like the torque, also some new buttons for Xbox and stuff, which PS4 and like PlayStation they had way before us, which is kind of unfair, but nonetheless I got it and it's an amazing wheel. So in terms of wheel technicians, this is a 900-degree steering lock wheel. This has the Hall effect steering sensor and also a dual motor force feedback with true force, which Logitech have made. On top of that, it also has an overheat safeguard, meaning so when it goes over the temperatures that it exceeds, I believe it kind of doesn't necessarily like have a cool down system, but it does like calm it down in terms of like the force feedback that you're using, just to make sure that it doesn't break anything. So the shifter pedals are brushed stainless steel, the wheel spokes are anodized aluminium, and the hand cover is actually hand stitch leather, which is a kind of nice touch to it. And I really do like this wheel, and yeah man, it kind of sucks that well, it doesn't suck really, you know what I mean, I've got a better wheel, but you know what I mean, I'd love to come back to this, but I don't think I am. But nonetheless man, this is an absolute amazing wheel, and you know, I've had so much of a blast with it. But yeah man, this is a wheel that you can use on anything, really anything. You can use it on Xbox, you can use it on PC, you can also opt for the PlayStation version, which is PlayStation and PC I think, I'm not too sure. But yeah, in terms of like the bigger and the better sim racing rigs, they tend to only be for PC only, because that's where the real competitiveness is, and obviously it's just more, and it's just a lot easier. So if you wanted to play like Xbox or PlayStation with the like more expensive rigs, you may have to get one that is actually compatible for those consoles. In terms of like force feedback and like the torque, this actually has 2.3 Nm of torque, so you will be able to feel it when you are obviously racing. But in terms of competitiveness and like competitive racing, obviously I feel like having the most realistic items and products as possible will give you the cutting edge of your competition, because obviously in terms of doing this like online and like gaming and actually going to the track in real life, you know what I mean, having a more expensive product, which not necessarily will make it better, but I assume most of the time it does make it better, you will feel quite a lot of similarities in terms of getting the most expensive wheel and actually driving in real life. But in terms of this, I promise you guys, yeah, you see this thing right here, this actually helped me pass my driving test. You know what I mean, I've been using this wheel, well not this wheel but Logitech in general, for all my life pretty much. I've only transitioned about a week ago. Those years and fun and practice I've had with this wheel has actually helped me with my driving test, because there's so much time and like fun I've had on this, you know what I mean, as I've grown up as well. It all plays into a factor. It's kind of like a muscle memory thing right now, and yes, it has made me a lot better at racing too. So yeah, the G923 is an actual amazing product. I love it to bits, you know what I mean, and if I had the chance to go back to this and have some fun, I definitely would. But it's actually time to talk about the Moza racing wheel. So the Moza R9 V2 wheelbase is an absolute beast. I promise you guys, that thing blew me away when I actually tried it for the first time. I was actually speechless. I don't know if it was because I was transitioning from such a cheap product to a expensive product, and a thing that's had a lot of thought into it. I just could not believe the type of things that I could do with this wheel. Not to mention, I'm a very big fan of quick release steering wheels, and this thing, it's built into it. I cannot believe it. So yes, this is what comes with the R9 V2. You actually get your own, I think it's the CS V2 wheel, or I assume you just get the CS, but when Moza sent this out, they gave me the CS V2, and this thing is absolutely incredible. So it comes with a lot of buttons, you know what I mean, like I was not used to this, so I actually had to put the stickers on and stuff, and like made sure I would bind it to the correct things when I actually play a set course and other games. But yeah, I am a big fan of these pedals. These pedals are, what is it, aircraft grade metal, like all around and on the wheelbase too. So this thing is absolutely incredible. And in terms of like the noise, just listen to this. Doesn't get better than that, honestly. So the meaning behind R9 is actually the torque. This thing actually has 9 Newton meters of torque. And bear in mind, Moza actually do a lot of wheelbases, so I believe it goes all the way up to 21. So the R21 actually has 21 Newton meters of torque, I believe. So yeah, it goes from R5 to R9 to R12 to R16 and to R21. So the R's in those mean torque. And 9 Newton meters of torque for me is more than enough, because if I was to get the R21, my arms are finished. So the torque is provided from a direct drive servo motor, ensuring the unparalleled performance is on point. And with aviation grade aluminum alloy, this just helps so much. It's so compact, you know what I mean, and it's heavy. I promise you, when I did the unboxing video, it was heavy. Okay, it's small, bro. This thing is heavy. What the hell? This is so compact. Oh my god, yeah, I'm not even joking. It feels the way this is about, I don't want to say 20, I want to say below 20. I'm going to say 15. This is like 15 kilograms, and this is small. It's like on top of that, this has a more of a advanced like temperature control. So I believe this actually has its own cooling system built inside. So even when the wheelbase gets hot, you know what I mean, you can actually still use it without kind of feeling any type of changes. And I promise you, I've done some proper heavy workouts with that, and it's got so hot to the point where I could probably fry a steak or like make a steak on it, and it still performs pretty well. So with Logitech and Moza Racing, they actually have their own apps developed into the PC, so you can actually always update your firmware. So whenever new updates come out on the wheelbases, you can just update them and they should perform pretty well. Obviously, it's being a fairly recent business, you know what I mean, they're still adapting to all the games. So even when I was to go play Crew Motorfest, I kind of did have a problem with like adding all the stuff to it, because it didn't really sense it properly. So I don't actually play Crew Motorfest with the wheel, because every single time I put it on, it tends to make it run at like 1 FPS, which makes no sense. But nonetheless, you know what I mean, for the price it is definitely worth it if you're looking into getting into some more competitive racing. And I promise you guys, you will not be let down with this wheel. This is not like a sponsor video or anything. I'm just saying it from the bottom of my heart. Obviously, it being costly with the wheelbase being at £409, just the wheelbase alone, this means nothing else. No pedals, no steering wheel, no shifter. I don't even have a shifter. So yeah, Moza, if you're watching this, you know, if you want to just give me a handbrake and a shifter, you know what I mean, I'd be grateful. On top of that, you can get so many accessories with the Moza wheelbases. You can get dashboards, you can get obviously the shifter, the handbrake, and you can get so many goddamn wheels. I want every single one of them, but right now I feel like just break a hole in the good old wallet, because these steering wheels are expensive. So the CSV2 wheel that I've got right here right now is actually on discount for £239, and I can't lie, it is worth it. But just put it this way, this one steering wheel is worth the whole of the Logitech G923, including the pedals. So yeah, just take that into consideration if you're either starting new or you've got a wheelbase and you're trying to upgrade. Yeah, just bear in mind the price, but nonetheless, it is worth every single penny, this thing. So yeah, in terms of driving, you feel so much difference in terms of these two wheelbases. Is actually unbelievable, in down to the torque, and also Moza actually have different preset modes that you can actually do to your wheelbase to custom for everything. So if you wanted to do Formula 1, for example, you can actually set a preset modes where it locks the steering lock to, I believe, 360 degrees, and it makes the road surface that you feel a lot more harder. It's super advanced when it comes to the Moza Racing app, because you can do so many things that I don't even understand. On the other hand, the G923 is like more of a plug and play thing, you know what I mean? Like you plug it in and there you go, you blast off. But the Moza, it's so complex, it's actually unbelievable. So yeah, you can do so many things on the app, different preset modes. You can even make your own modes and also download other people's modes, which is kind of cool. And I have no clue what I'm doing, so I'm just sticking to the ones that Moza have given me. But yes, overall, these two wheels are absolutely amazing for the prices, you know what I mean? Obviously, if you're starting out, I'd advise you go for either Thrustmaster or Logitech, because they are two good brands for their price. And if you are looking to go more of the expensive route and you've already got a wheel and you're trying to upgrade, I'd go for either Moza Racing or Fnatic, because those are like the Clash of the Titans. I promise you guys, those two businesses they're putting something in the steering wheels that are just making it absolutely amazing, because these things are just so much fun. So yes, this was pretty much the video here, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Obviously, it's kind of different to all the videos that I've done in the past, because this is more of a kind of like a professional route. But nonetheless, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon in a bit.